Hi, my name is Michael. This is a quick look at some of the AI features in Noodle. It's a snapshot of what it looks like at the time of recording, but this is evolving pretty quickly. For those of you who aren't familiar with Noodle, it's a powerful local platform that uses a visual programming model to enable you to build custom enterprise-grade apps quickly, including custom hosting options. Anyone can try it out for free already. This is the AI bar, and this is where you interact with the AI. It uses a chat and message style interaction similar to something like ChatGPT or Midjourney, if you're familiar with those kind of generative AI systems. And it covers a wide range of different use cases. So it's everything from creating a UI to making a query to your database or updating the database, generating placeholder content, and so forth. Let's go through a couple of different examples. So I'm in the midst of building an application here. It's a fleet management application where you can see cars that belongs to different facilities. Let's start by creating a UI where you can fill in a form to add cars to your rental locations. So let's add a new page to our application. So now let's invoke the Noodle AI to generate some UI. A form for adding a car, include brand, model, and price. And let's go. Okay, now we have a starting point. So what the AI did here, it generated these visual nodes. I also want a drop down with the current facility. So let's add that. So let's ask the AI for a query. Get all facilities, output the name as labeled and the ID as value. And that is to be able to connect it to the drop down. And now we have our facilities. Great. Now we can enter a car brand, Tesla, model, Y, rental price per day, as well as the facility, and then we can hit add car. To add this to the database, we're going to use the AI once more. Now I want a CRUD node. So that is a node that is able to modify the database. So the query is about reading from the database, and the CRUD one is about modifying the database. We want to create a new car. Great, and now we can connect the form to this node here. Let's add this car to the database. Add car. Now when we look in the database, we can see that our car was added here of our Tesla Model Y. Okay, let's move on to the next step here. We want to show all the cars on this map for the selected facility. I'm gonna head over here to the page and then do a query node that will get us all the cars for the selected facility. Get all cars for a specific facility. The AI understands the data model, so it knows that to get a specific facility, we need to have its ID. Now let's take this query, get all the cars, and connect them to the map as markers. And now we have all our cars. I've started to create a card here where you see some information about the car that's currently selected. Let's use the AI to get the current location from the coordinates of this car. I want to use Mapbox to get the current location, because that's what we're using already for the map. I'm going to use the function node. This is a very generic node. It can do almost anything, any kind of JavaScript. So let's create that. From a lat and long coordinate, get the location as a text string using Mapbox, as well as the name of the city. And while that is thinking, let's create another one. Once we have the location, we also want to get the weather at that location. Get the current temperature at the location specified by latitude and longitude coordinates. All right, so let's see what it generated here. This is a function node that takes an API key, latitude, longitude, and sends a request to the Mapbox geocoding API. Perfect. So now we need an API key. I have one that I will copy in here. Let's see what we got. We got the current location. Great. And the nearest city. Let's move on to the final task. I want to show some information about the facility, the number of cars, the average travel time of the cars, as well as the average rating of the cars. A card with information about the number of cars, average travel time, and average rating. The AI has access to components from the design system. So when I said card, it generated a card. And then there's something like a card data item that it will use. I want to modify this slightly. I don't really want a title here. and I don't think we need this group around it. So let's remove that. Now, this is much closer to what I want. Let's go with that. And now the last thing we're missing here is the information. To get the information we want, we can modify this query a little bit. Add the number of cars, average travel time, and average rating of all cars. Perfect. Now we want to format the average rating a little bit. Maybe make the average rating have 1 decimal. Okay, now it modified it, and now it's just 4.2 instead of a long number of decimals. Let's connect this. These were some of the features that are currently available as a closed beta, which users can sign up for already. There's a lot more coming up as well, which we're pretty excited about. So stay tuned for updates.